what is the typical daily morning routine? You wake up, take a shower, wash your face, apply moisturizer, put on makeup maybe. It feels like self-care, right? But is it really? Well, what if I told you that self-care regimen has already exposed you to dozens of harmful chemicals, and brands know about it? Before most of you have even had your breakfast, you have already put 168 chemicals on your body. I mean, when was the last time you actually read the back of your moisturizer, your deodorant, your lipstick even? Chances are, you haven't. And the beauty industry is counting on you not to read and research about it. I was one of those people. I never questioned what I was putting on my skin. Then one day, I picked up a product I'd been using for years, a foundation, and finally read the label. Naturally, I could not recognize any of them, but one looked very familiar: lead. I thought to myself, that can't be right. Aren't those in pencils? How can one of my school supplies be safe for my body to absorb? To be fair, I was very young and did not know any better. The lead in pencil lead is not actually made of lead. And the label even mentioned lead underneath the warning sign. But it was printed in a font so small, you would need a magnifying glass to read it. You see, this is what is called a Prop 65 warning. It's a California law that states that this product contains chemicals known to the state of California to cause cancer and birth defects or other reproductive harm. Now, you'd think that's straightforward, but it isn't. Some brands put it on all of their products globally to avoid lawsuits. Some only put it on products shipped to California. And some hide it under a peel-back label. You would have never known it was there unless you looked. Buy that same product anywhere outside the US, no warning, same product, same chemicals, but a different label. So, the lead in your products may give you the look or the color you would want in your makeup. However, studies even show that having high lead exposure also nearly triples your risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. And this exposure isn't from one bad product and one instance. It builds up over years of daily use. It's cumulative. Every morning routine adds to it. Now, I know what some of you may be thinking. Oh, but I don't wear makeup. Is lead the only ingredient to be wary of? And the answer is that lead is not the only harmful ingredient hiding in your products. Let me enumerate a few. Parabens in shampoo, conditioner, and moisturizer are endocrine disruptors, interfering with the body's hormones. They have been linked to problems with the brain, development, and reproduction. Phthalates, which are not even listed on labels, are also hormone disrupting. If you see fragrance on an ingredient list, there is a good chance that phthalates are in there. One final example is formaldehyde, which is widely known as the embalming chemical in shampoos and liquid soaps. It is used to preserve tissues, and it's a component of many embalming fluids. In other words, it's used on dead bodies. It is a known human carcinogen associated with sinus cancer, nasopharyngeal cancer, and myeloid leukemia. So, these harmful chemicals are not only in cosmetics, they are in daily products, from head to toe, every single day. There are over 10,000 chemicals used in personal products sold in the US today. Only 11 have ever been banned. In Europe, over 1,300. This problem isn't accidental, it's systemic. That's how I saw something that needed to be fixed, something that needed to change. I wanted a cleaner alternative, but I could not find one. So I made one. Now, let's be clear, I was not a chemist, I was not a beauty industry insider, nor am I either of those today. I was just someone who was frustrated enough to figure it out. And that was easier said than done. Formulating a product with completely natural ingredients that actually works, that people would want to use, it's not a simple task. With no industry connections and no formal background, I was terrified. But I kept coming back to one thought. If I could see the problem, why wasn't anyone solving it? And here's the thing about natural beauty. It's not a new concept. Nature has had everything that our skin needed. It's that, along the way, the industry just decided that cheaper synthetic chemicals were a better business decision. So, I got to work, alone in my own space, with no one to turn to but my own research. It took 4 months just to get the formula of one product right. 4 months of testing, adjusting, and starting over. Because with natural ingredients, you can't just swap one chemical for another and call it a day. Every ingredient has to work together and perform. There are many times where I thought, what am I doing? What's the point of this? But every time I wanted to give up, I thought about that foundation label. And I kept going. Now, here I am, the founder of SOS Cosmetics. We have just started with 2 products, a blush and a highlighter. They both contain various moisturizing oils, protective antioxidants, omega-rich botanicals, and natural minerals put together to form nourishing, skin-safe products that not only add color, but also care for the skin. These were the same kinds of products that had me once in a store squinting at a warning label in 1/16 of an inch font. Except this time, I knew exactly what was in it, because I made it. And if a curious kid squinting at a foundation label could end up here, imagine what you could do with the same information. The products sitting on your bathroom shelf right now, the ones you used this morning, may have a Prop 65 warning on the back, or they may not. But the chemicals inside, they're there either way. So tonight, I challenge you to go home and pick up your shampoo, your moisturizer, your deodorant. Read the back. What are you really putting on your body? And when you know better, tell someone. Because the beauty industry changes when consumers demand better, and consumers only demand better when they know what they're dealing with. You don't have to formulate a product or start a business, but you can choose differently. And maybe this time, you would have put less than 168 chemicals on your body before breakfast. Because change doesn't start in a laboratory. It starts exactly where mine did. Our skin needed saving. So I sent out an SOS. Thank you for listening.